maybe you can give me your perspective on this.
Yeah.
Do you feel that we live in an age where the film critic, the value that we place on it is decreasing compared to how we all look at the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes? Everyone's a critic. Everyone's got Facebook. Everyone thinks the latest Star Wars film is, Oscar worthy. Well, I mean, for those people that do. But so what sort of value do you think can still be assigned to a film critic where, say, people who aren't as educated on film can sort of, I suppose, learn to understand more about it?
I'm really big. I mean, this is why I love Peter so much, is that Peter just had this natural enthusiasm. And so when he really loved a movie, he was selling it, right? And I was buying whatever he was selling. And that's what I really, really liked about it. And I can find that really hoity-toity critics, us talking about PT before and stuff like that, it can alienate general audience members. So, like, for example, like, say, like The Lighthouse that came out, right? So, like, if we all have this kind of 5-star circle jerk about that movie, and then some dude who hasn't watched an art house movie in his life is, like, stuck in this 4:3 ratio, black and white,
with William.
And then he's like, I hate critics,
Yeah.
And so I get wary, but so I try and condition it. I go, look, if you're into the films of David Lynch, or you've, seen The Witch, and you understand this, like, A24 type of horror, and you dig that. So I try and condition it in that sense. But look, as critics, we're damned if we do and we're damned if we don't. If someone's going to see something based on the marketing materials, they're like, I don't give a shit what critics think, right?
Yeah.
Like, the movie is completely critic-proof, right? And if it's based on an existing franchise, no one gives a shit, right? But then, and the studios don't give a shit about us either, right? But then when they've got a smaller movie that we see, and then we say it's amazing, then they love us, right?
Yeah,
and then
that's
they stick us on the posters, they stick us on the DVDs.
Yeah.
So if we shit can their tent poles, like, they don't want to hear about us.
Yeah.
We get banned for a month from going to the movies, but
But then they're all over us. We've got this small little independent film, or the film festival's opening.
The
And
Lighthouse.
Yeah.
Totally. And so I think that there is a value still in that, because I do want to pick up a cover and I want to see someone who I trust that give me like a good review. And if I see 4 or 5 stars and from a reputable outlet, then I'll watch the movie.
I agree.
But you know what? Like, reviews they're a part of a conversation, because people will say, they'll trash critics and say, no, what's the value of a film critic anymore? But they can still say, I read that review and it sucked. Like, they read them. Like, there is no doubt that people read them, so they're informed by them.
I
so
agree.
there is a value there, even if people don't accept it in the moment. Like,
I agree.
They recite it,
Yeah, but they contextualize the film, like, whenever it comes out. We talk about Ebert, how many times that he reviewed an amazing film that he didn't like and then went back.
Yep.
So it's interesting. It's an interesting window into the history of a film.
Which I said I connect with what he does. Last week on this show, I told Matthew Holmes that I actually revisited my review of Ben Hur and have amended something I said. Something I was critical of. I've watched it over and over now, and I'm no longer critical. So
look, I think that with especially the three of us, we've been reared on movies, and so we have a real gut instinct. I know whether I like something automatically or not, right? And I don't need it to be validated by anyone else. And I'm lucky enough to be educated or articulate enough in film that I can justify my my arguments. It just shits me when I will give this really passionate, articulate review of something that I like, and someone goes, "No, it sucked," and then I'm like, "Why?" And then it just did. Because I'm really now and then I'm fascinated by someone's takedown of something. My only criticism would be about the modern sphere is that things have become so incredibly political, and like even what you're saying about Woody Allen before.
Yeah.
Someone will come, and so film theory is just gone, right? Like, people are not talking about cinematography anymore. They're not talking about construction. They're not talking about script. And so what will happen is a review will come out for a new movie. Like, what was that, Rainy Day in New York, right?
Yeah,
the first 3 paragraphs of any review on that film will be referencing the court case and all these accusations. And that's fine if you want to put that in maybe 1 paragraph, but not 3 or 4. And then by the end, I'm like, but what is the movie like? And it's frustrating that I know more about the case than I do about a Rainy Day in New York.
Yeah.
And I find that people are getting distracted, and they're getting very worried that if they don't reference the artist's problematic behaviour, that somehow they're being dismissive, or that they're, or worst case, they're endorsing that.
Yeah.
And so if you do a Woody review and you don't bring it up, you're an asshole.
Yeah,
and I'm like, that's mental. I don't know. I don't get I would rather get my facts from a different story and I'd rather know what you think of the new Timothy Chalamet movie.
You don't want to know what Glenn thinks of Timothy Chalamet.
But you're a film critic, so that's why I'm coming.
That's just an in-joke there. He's not a fan of Timmy.
But I'm a fan of Woody, so I'm conflicted on that.